Students, welcome to the lab. Today you'll be learning about the ninth experiment, which is nothing but related to your trainer kit, the mobile trainer kit. Okay? And as you all know, this is your ECE71 wireless and mobile communication lab. So the ninth experiment is study and identify different blocks of mobile phone units and sketch the waveforms of different sections in mobile communication trainer board. So as you have seen in the introduction, okay, the introductory video, okay, with regards to your dual SIM mobile phone textbook Scientech 2132A, okay, you have seen the features. So in this experiment, we are going to explore those features and we will see different blocks, and we will see how to generate the waveforms. So the aim is to study and identify different blocks of mobile phone units and sketch waveforms of different sections in mobile communication trainer board. So our objectives are mainly categorized into four. The first one is study and observe transmitted and received RF signal, which is your radio frequency signal. Then study and observed your transmitted and received IQ RF signals. Okay. Then study and observe your signal constellation of GMSK, which is nothing but your Gaussian minimum shift keying signal. Then lastly, you will be looking into study and observe signal constellation of GMSK signal, which is from the transmitter. Okay, so what tools do we need for all of these? We need a dual SIM mobile phone textbook, and then we need SIM card, okay, which supports these frequencies about 900, 1800 frequency band. Okay, and then we will need the textbook, main cords, hands-free kit, and the spectrum analyzer. You have seen in the first experiment as to how we have used the spectrum analyzer. So this one can be integrated with your present experiment, and we can view the spectrum of signals. Okay. So the operating mode, dual SIM phone training system works in two operating mode that can be selected by mode selection switch, which is provided on the textbook at left side near the power connector. So you will be seeing in the practical session, we'll be showing you as to how you can switch between the power connector and the battery. And then the battery mode, when the switch is released, okay, it gets switched to a battery mode and the battery can be charged. The adapter mode, okay, when the switch is pressed, the yellow switch that you see, in this mode, the textbook operates on external power supply. For this, connect your textbook with main cords, and the textbook automatically disconnects the battery because it's connected to the main supply. And then the mode is changed from battery to adapter. So physical presence of battery in the battery assembly doesn't have any effect. So which means even if you take out the battery, when it's in adapter mode, it doesn't switch off the phone. Okay, switch off the textbook before switching between the operating modes. So it's always advisable to turn it off and then change to different modes. So these are some of the signals that you would see with respect to your transmitted RF signal. Okay, you can see that how this is observed in your digital oscilloscope. Okay, the levels of signals that can be attained from the transmitted side, and your RX IQ data. Okay, so this form of signals can be observed. Okay, I'll be showing you in the next session, the practical session, and you'll be able to observe these signals. Similarly, for your transmitter side data. And you will also see this kind of waveform, okay, but then it's a little difficult, it's challenging to get this, and keep in mind you have to change it to XY mode. So initially it will be a small dot, and once the device starts getting call, either incoming call or an outgoing call, the small dot which is here, okay, at the axis, starts showing this kind of pattern. Okay, so this is nothing but your RxIQ data, which is in XY mode. Keep in mind, we should do this only in XY mode. Okay, and this is from the transmitter side. Okay, from the transmitter side as to how the signals appear. So now we will look into the practical session, and you will understand exactly as to how we are interfacing and how we are connecting things, so that it becomes easy for you to understand and proceed with the
lab. As we
lab.
have studied in your introduction, now we are going to see the practical demo for experiment number 9. Study and identify the different blocks of mobile trainer kit and sketch the waveforms of different sections in mobile communication. So, to do these experiments altogether, your experiment number 9, 10 and 11, we are going to make use of the trainer kit Signtech 2132A, which is an GSM based dual SIM mobile phone trainer kit. This is for understanding how your mobile functions. And you can see here, this textbook required a power unit, and here is the power unit which we use for powering up this kit. As we all know, this is our 230 volt cable which has to be connected to the socket, and here this is the output, and here I have to put the cable in. And once I have put it here, you can see this indication light shows that the power is turned on for this particular kit. And here you can see that I have an orange color toggle switch. This switch can be kept in any position. When I press this switch, you can see the mode is being toggled. Now the battery, which is, you can see here, internally we have a battery in this mobile phone, as we have in our phones. This is our battery. Now this textbook is working on the battery, and if you want to charge the mobile phone, or if you want to use power from this power bank, you can switch this mode. Now you can see here it is in adapter mode. That means this power unit is used. That means this power unit is used. Okay, if this battery has to be used, I have to release this and I have to put this mode in battery. You can see here, you can easily identify in which mode you are. For this particular experiment, I am going to put it in adapter mode. Now, after this, we have a power management unit. In this power management unit, all these points, which is like a small pop-up pins, these points are called as test points, and you can see here it is VCC, V reference, VDD-IO, VDD-INT, VC, that is voltage to CPU, voltage to your oscillator and other units. And here you have two units, charging and charger supply. So now I am putting my toggle. This is a toggle switch. This is a toggle switch. You can see that it can be switched between charger supply and charging voltage. Now this is about the power block, and here we have the battery, and you can see that this is the battery used in our mobile phones, and here we have a switching function. This is switch fault 1, switch fault 3, and here I have switch fault 4 and 5. So altogether all these switches must be in the position as it is in the kit. Please don't change it because it is being programmed. And this is the specific switch fault 2 section, which is used for keyboard interface. Okay, now you can see the display unit of your mobile phone, and as you see here, this is your display unit, that is your LCD display unit, and here you have the control buttons, and this is your keypad. Okay, so now to turn on this particular mobile phone, we are now you can see this long press. When you have to long press for turning on this mobile phone, you can see that this mobile phone is being activated, and it is a Samsung phone, so the logo and everything will come, and finally you will get the unit. And this is the communication part. The upper part is your communication part, and the lower part is your control part. As we know, this particular mobile phone is a dual SIM operator. So here I have SIM slot 1, and here I have SIM slot 2, and this is my microcontroller unit, and this address line is used to access the memory, mobile phone memory, and here I have the user interface section. So our 9th experiment is totally about how we communicate this mobile phone communicates with the outer world, that is transmitter receiver session. And your 10th experiment is fully of your user interface section, and your 11th experiment is about your mode changing, that is in your charging active mode. As we all know, the mobile phone can be in active mode, silent mode, sleep mode. All those mode configurations we will study in 11th experiment. Is it clear? So with this trainer kit, we will be able to do 3 set of experiments. First set of experiment, that is your 9th experiment, is totally about this particular part. In this part, we have a brief explanation about the demodulation and modulation techniques happens in the mobile phone. And here these we have a I channel, Q channel. This is in phase and quadrature phase channel, and in phase and quadrature phase channel. If one channel act as a transmitter, because the mobile phone should transmit and receive the data, so this is called as transceiver unit. And we have an aerial antenna view. Now, what you are seeing here is nothing but your mobile trainer explanation part, which is given along with which comes along with the Scientech book. And here you have the block diagram, and each and every part are explained for you. And here in the downline, you can see all the waveforms, what we are expected to be received from this particular trainer kit at this particular node. And if you see this, you can see here we have the pin numbers. That is, in the kit, trainer kit, we are numbered with all these popped up pins will be given some distinct number. So when you go to this particular panel, you can see that particular number. If I say here, 6 is for LCD voltage. Now, if you go to the kit and see here, I have a LCD voltage. And here, same again in this LCD voltage value is like 3.8 volt. This value is 3.8 volt. So, when you come here and you can make use of a digital multimeter, because to measure the voltage, we need a digital multimeter, and it should be operated in the DC. So, these are the 2 leads. One is my negative lead and another one is my positive lead. If I measure, you can see here I am getting a volt of 4 volt, which is near to 3.8 volt. Fine. Like this, by using this kit is a self-explanatory kit. Using this kit, we can study all the modes and all the voltage drops and other things. Now, for experiment number 9, we are going to study and observe the trans-received RF signal. So, trans-received RF signal, in the sense, we are in need of the spectrum analyzer for the first signal to be obtained. Okay. So, here this is our trans-receiver unit. In this trans-receiver unit, we are going to make a call and see that whether we are getting the signal distribution. So, what you are seeing in the monitor, that is in our spectrum analyzer monitor, is the signal which is observed by this mobile phone when it is in ideal state. That is, no calls are being received or transmitted. Now, the call is being made. I hope you can see that suddenly we get a waveform observed there. You can see that. Now the call is made, and now you can see here the signals are being now you can see that the call is being made. So for that particular call received, we can see what happens in the spectrum analyzer. You can see the spectrum is changing so far. So this is how we are going to understand this. And the connection is, you can see here, this RF spectrum analyzer. This point is connected with the aerial antenna, which is available here. And we just connect a wire connection through this. And the data cable is connected. And this data cable connection is given to the laptop. And this is our spectrum analyzer connected with the mobile phone unit. Fine.